Alright, here we go. I already played the first one. Whoa. That is way too sensitive right there. Way too sensitive. And
I hope God forgives me for what I've done, because I get the feeling I'll be meeting him soon.
am I a fly? I thought I was a fly.
I'd like to say I'm sorry for what I've done, but that would be a blatant lie.
Hmm.
My only regret is not being as careful as I should have been when doing it.
I thought about playing RE, but I don't want you to listen to that song the whole time, every time. Okay, where am I going here? Ooh, there's gas. Look at that toilet. Nice and clean. I thought I was a fly. I don't know. I don't know. Was that the first one that was a fly?
It's been almost half a year since I've taken my first life.
What?
I can remember it all, as if it were yesterday.
Sounds like the same guy that was in Ari. That thing goes a fly too. I don't know what the hell this thing is. It's glowing.
The days I spent stalking my victim, the sleepless nights I spent awake making plans for the day I killed him, and most of all, the ecstasy I felt when I brought all my hard work to fruition.
Oh my god. What kind of game is this? Murder diaries, but I don't know.
Executing my carefully premeditated plan to kill the man who took my father from me was the most satisfying thing I've ever experienced. My intention was to kill only him. After that, the vengeance I'd sought for so long would be
The
fulfilled.
train game? Oh my god. That game was pretty fun. I had to I'm gonna play it again.
But mere days after I did the deed,
Oops.
I felt an itch in the back of my brain, a craving for more.
What is this, Dexter? The train game is pretty
I
fun.
spent so much time planning for that murder every day that when it was all over, I missed it.
I need to there's a lot of uh uh how do you say it? I can't. I don't know. There's
drug addict
There's a
named
lot of
Alex.
learning to the a learning curve to that game.
As I plotted my crime again.
You gotta figure out where the trains go, and you gotta change them not to get hit each other. And you gotta make it the trains go on time, so you don't have so it doesn't
At first, I thought I just needed something to occupy my newly found free
make
time.
more money. But it's pretty fun once you get used to it. You gotta make the train go smoothly,
I took
not
up
hit each
several
other
courses.
and explode.
None of them compared to the adrenaline I felt rushing through my veins on the nights I spent designing my plans, or the pure euphoria of putting it to action.
This guy's crazy. Whoa, whoa. I guess I gotta go up.
It was maddening. From that point on, I knew that the thrill of killing would be something I could no longer live without.
Okay, where am I supposed to go next? Oh, jeez, what happened? Oh, I got to 14. I finished Act 1.
Today is my first day as a detective, and I'm already being assigned to a serial killer case.
Yeah, the first one I was a fly. Now I'm like a ball of light.
I don't know if I should be jumping for joy at the chance of solving a major case, or shitting myself under the pressure everyone's putting on me. All the detectives dream of solving a case like this at least once to leave their mark on the force before retiring. But most of the time, the ones who do get to solve a serial killer case will already have had decades of experience as a detective by the time they're given the opportunity.
Where am I going? Um. Whoops. Rip. Oh, it's right there.
Then there's me, Detective Inspector Cassidy Brown, fresh off his promotion from being a beat cop, getting saddled with a serial killer case after an uneventful career filled with vehicle violations and the occasional domestic violence call.
This is pretty relaxing.
That's not to say I've had a cushy time as a police officer, though.
Pretty relaxing. Where am I supposed to go next? So hard to see.
There are times when I've genuinely feared for my life before.
Um. Where's the other one at? Oh. This game's pretty relaxing now.
Like that time I was huddled under a garbage bin for cover in the middle of a gang war with bullets whizzing past my head.
Oh, jeez. So hard to see where things at. I'll play any game besides visual novel games. I don't play those games. I think those games are kind of boring.
One of the reasons why I was
Plus,
promoted was because of that incident. I was one of the first responders to the scene, and the only one to survive the whole thing.
I don't want to read through the whole stream and strain my voice. I don't really play those games at all.
Joked that I probably survived because I was so short and small, and that the gang members couldn't find me in the clusterfuck. I think he may be right.
Or turn-based games, I don't play those. Once in a while I'll do, but I was playing the Mothman game for 3 hours, and my voice was just shot.
It didn't take long for me to start planning my second murder.
This is the murder, huh?
Only a couple months had passed since my first murder, and I was brimming with confidence at
Yeah.
that point for having not been immediately caught.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I liked it. But there's like a solitaire game you can play on that game, on that,
The planning took much less time than before.
and you gotta get like 15 or less cards, and it's so hard to do.
I'd practically memorized every nook and cranny of the neighborhood by the end of my first murder plan. All I needed to do was study my desired target over a long period of time, with a mix of online stalking their social media and actual stalking them in their day-to-day life. I didn't just pick some random person to be my victim, however.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really.
There would be neither justice nor satisfaction in that for me.
But yeah, I don't play those visual novel games or turn-based games.
I wanted to kill someone who I genuinely thought deserved the violence I would unleash upon them.
Oh man.
Otherwise, I'd be no different from the brutish thugs that fill the streets of my neighborhood. I was better than scum like them. Not a hot-headed ruffian who hurt those around them for no reason, but a dispenser of punishment that had been eluded for too long.
I'm probably gonna be
Luckily for me, there was no shortage of people in desperate need of a knife in their throat where I live.
Probably have to play another game. This game's probably too short. I'll play Murder Diaries 3.
The hard part was picking which one I could realistically get away with killing using my meager resources.
This guy's brutal.
After plenty of research on all my possible victims and lightly stalking all of them to gauge how hard they'd be to take out in a confrontation, I finally found the perfect target.
Finish Act 3.
Richard Dawson, the owner of a seedy but popular nightclub at the edge of the neighborhood, is believed to be the first victim of my serial killer. His chopped-up body was found floating in the sewers.
Oh my. Oh my.
He might have gone undiscovered, had someone living in the apartment not had some problems with their pipes, which led to people searching the sewers for structural integrity.
But yeah, I played one visual novel when I'm streaming.
It was pure coincidence that the sewer worker
And it was like, ugh, I can't do that.
severed on the shit and piss-infested water.
Oh my. Language.
Mr. Dawson had a clean record, and despite his less than reputable business, he never committed any crimes in the eyes of the law. On paper, he might seem like just an average business owner trying to make some money with his nightclub.
Where am I at now? Whoops. Missed it.
Nobody, not even the neighboring businesses, ever made any complaints about him, and all his admittedly shady friends had nothing but praise to say about him. His apartment, although a bit posher than what you'd expect from the owner of a single nightclub, gave us no useful insight on what kind of person he could have been.
Where am I going? Underneath the thing.
The police had significant trouble trying to determine a
Oh
motive
boy.
for murder at first. That was until we decided to thoroughly search the nightclub he owned.
Should try that Escape Academy game. Ooh, puzzle games. My favorite.
Hidden away neatly from all the regular patrons of the nightclub were several luxurious VIP rooms for their most profitable customers.
For some reason, it takes me forever to play puzzle games.
The rooms themselves looked pretty illegal, but were ultimately nothing special.
I had not finished Down to Bermuda.
Sofas, some colored lights to get the clients in the mood.
Because all that puzzle game, I'm almost done with it. I haven't gotten to it for a while.
Prostitution was already a crime, so we knew right away that Mr. Dawson clearly wasn't as clean-cut as his papers made him out to be.
Hence, that's cheating. What a cheater.
What we weren't prepared for was the truth of how truly disgusting that man was when we found the basement near the VIP rooms.
Finished Act 4, 5. Alright, where am I at here? I'm in the playground. There's rabbits everywhere.
I didn't think I'd ever have as much satisfaction killing someone at the time I killed my father's murderer.
Be sweet if I go faster, huh?
Richard Dawson proved me wrong. If anyone in my entire neighborhood deserved to die, it was him and the sick bastards who sought his services.
Oh, I'm getting tired. These games always do it though. Make me tired.
To be honest, he was pretty low on my list of possible victims at first. And by that, I mean he wasn't on it at all.
We should go faster. Come on.
I was stalking someone else who I learned was one of the most prized customers.
Where are you at? I don't see you. Am I going the right way? Oh, jeez, I don't know. I don't see it. Where's it at, whore? I thought it was over there. It was a rabbit. I said, where is it at? Oh my god. I don't see it. Can this go any faster? Oh my god. So slow. Not over there. I don't know where it's at. I'm lost. Oh jeez. Oh, it's right there. Oh my god.
His name was Tony Holt, a violent debt collector and enforcer for one of the local gangs.
That took way too long to find it. Maybe we should go faster. This thing is so slow.
He was known for not shying away from sexual assault if a debtor or someone forced into his gang's protection racket didn't have the money he was sent to collect. That would be bad enough, but the worst part was that he never touched the people themselves in that way. Instead, he would direct his advances to their children.
No. I am not playing Fall Guys. Not ever.
Sometimes he even did it when he already got paid. I have no idea why his gangmates put up with him. Even scum tended to have standards.
Did you not hear me from earlier, Havor?
There's a reason why child molesters like him don't last long in prison.
No comment. Okay.
Apparently that
Not really.
honor among thieves did not apply
Yeah, that was the second time you did that. Second or third time.
He was a towering behemoth of a man, too. So I'm sure that fear of physical retaliation had something to do with why his gangmates never objected to his actions.
I should thank you for what? What am I thanking you for? For saving the world. Okay. And how'd you save the world?
I stalked him while thinking of 1,000 ways for someone of my average at best build to kill him without resorting to a gun that would draw too much attention.
Where's this other one? Where's it at? Where's this thing at? Oh, jeez. Oh, it's up there. Oh, well, I don't want to play that game. Do I have stick drift? What the hell's going on here?
That was when I discovered the nightclub he frequented, and found out the dark secret hidden within through no small amount of effort.
I do not want to install Multiverse. Presents. Those presents for me?
Dawson's nightclub had a basement entrance near the VIP rooms masked as a staff-only dressing room.
Where's it at? Not in there. Am I not going the right way? Oh, there it is.
But when we opened the door, instead of tables filled with makeup in front of mirrors, we saw a set of metal stairs which led down into a pitch-black darkness illuminated only by a single dingy light bulb.
Hmm.
It was like a scene straight out of a horror movie.
It was like a scene from straight up from a horror movie. Oh, rip. Where am I going here? I don't know. Have no clue. I the first game you're a fly flying around, and I have no clue what this is. A ball of light? Oh, there it is.
As we descended, the stench of human waste and blood made us gag as it seeped into our nostrils. I think one of the rookies even vomited from the smell.
Ew.
We shone our flashlights all across the basement once we reached the bottom of the stairs. All around us were empty cells made to fit dozens of people, or thrice that size if the jailer didn't care about their well-being like they clearly didn't.
Oh, this is like the second game. First game. Bodies hanging on the ground on the raptors. I don't know if I'm supposed to go this way yet. It's right there.
Inside the cells were remnants of human life. Ragged blankets on the floor, blood on the walls and floors, and buckets filled to the brim with things that would be better off left unmentioned.
Ew.
We were looking at the housing area for victims of human trafficking.
I am hungry. Ow. Arm is numb. Oh.
There were a couple rooms adjacent to the housing area. One was a large shower room with many shower heads for multiple people to use at the same time.
Where do we need to go? Right there? Oh, that's a light. Hmm. Oops. I guess. Hmm. Where's that?
dressing room stocked full with makeup and risque outfits and costumes. They were presumably there for women kept in the cells to wash up and make themselves presentable before being sent to the customers in the VIP wing above. I felt sick to my stomach when I realized that most
Yay, I finally did it.
of the
Got this one now. Man, I'm getting tired.
I first noticed how shady Richard Dawson was when I saw a truck pull into the back of his nightclub late one night when the patrons had all left.
Richard Dawson. Richard. Where do we need to go?
I'd stayed behind hoping to sneak into the nightclub after dark with hopes of memorizing its layout in case I had to resort to spiking Holtz to kill him later on.
Spiking Holtz? Oh my.
I probably could have attended during its opening hours, but I wanted to avoid letting myself be seen in any of my potential murder scenes if it can be helped.
This ball of lightning needs to go faster. Indian restaurant. Oh, look. What's that sign say? Triple X every day. Oh my god.
I watched from a distance as I saw girls, most of them no older than 13, being led like cattle into the back of the nightclub by men in masks.
Why are they making it so... At least make me go faster. Jeez. X gonna give it to you. Isn't he dead now?
The man directing it all was Richard Dawson, with an apathetic look on his face the entire time.
Your brother fell down the steps while filming. Maybe he shouldn't film while he's going down the steps.
was at that moment that I decided to change my target.
Oh, where am I going? Oh. Well, she's laughing, so he probably is okay. He needs to get one of those life alerts. Falls on the steps. Help! I fallen. I can't get up. My grandpa had one of those. Because he would always fall. And the reason why he was kept on falling, that he had a tumor growing on his spine. So they brought him to the Rochester, and they brought him to Rochester to do surgery on it. Then they found some cancer, or whatever it was called. I don't know what. So they found cancer, and they got that.
Tony Holt could wait. He might be the offender of one of the most heinous crimes a person could commit. But Richard Dawson was the man who made it possible for people like him to get away with it.
And they did surgery or whatever it was for chemo, and he didn't want it, so they gave him like a month to live if he didn't have no treatment. And he just wanted to be home because he was at Rochester for a month or 2 or 3 months. But he couldn't go home. He needed help because he was paralyzed after that surgery. He couldn't feel nothing. So my mom brought him to a place called Augustana or whatever. So they brought him to a place where he would live for the rest of his life. And I don't think he'll like it there because he wasn't like in his cheery mood. But he died last year in August. He didn't want to do any treatment. He was sick of it. But he was probably a little depressed because he couldn't walk anymore. Am I gonna celebrate with gummies? It is legal here now. You can, it is legal here now. They just.
Though no one could really blame me.
You can now eat. You can now have edibles in Minnesota. That is only 5% percent HTC, or what the hell you call it. But the ones I got from my brother is 10%.
My little sister, Natalie, was the same age as many of those girls.
But I might try them. I don't know.
The thought of her possibly falling prey to a despicable creature like him for the sake of lining his pockets made my blood boil.
Don't do what? Ooh. The gummies? I already tried one like a couple months ago. I didn't feel nothing. And I think in July from last year, my grandma passed away. Because she was living in an apartment with all the other old people. And she was on the highest ground or whatever. And she,
That, and my
I think she had
overconfidence for getting
Alzheimer's
away with murder for the first time spurred me to action far too soon.
because ooh, did I get everything? Okay. She was waiting for my dad and my grandpa, and my grandpa's been passed away since oh, not this place again. My grandpa passed away like 5, 10,
The sick bastard
8 years ago,
pouring out little girls
and
with
he was
soda.
waiting for him, waiting for her,
Everybody in the police
waiting for
station
him,
was ashamed for
and my
allowing it to
dad.
happen under their noses.
So we had to put her somewhere where it's safe, and she got kind of sick of it, and she's like, "I'm done. I don't want to." So she stopped eating.
I hate to say it, but if it wasn't for that murderer, he might have never discovered his wrongdoings.
Yeah, she stopped eating for 3 weeks. Only drink stuff. You can live without food without 3 weeks. I found out. What do you mean I never do the first time?
At that point, we didn't know that Dawson's death was only the first in what would become a series of similar murders. So solving his case was put immediately on the back burner in favor of trying to find the missing girls.
Yeah, I didn't really feel nothing when I had a half of one, so it was probably 5%. I did taste it though. It was kind of gross.
We all sort of assumed that it was a one-off instance of vigilante justice enacted by a relative of one of his victims who somehow found out about his actions.
But yeah, I don't know, I didn't feel nothing. But now that it's legal here, I can just buy some edibles here. I don't know why edibles is illegal, but not weed.
There was a silent, collective understanding at the station that we should let it slide just this once.
My friend told me to not eat anything and eat one and wait 3-4 hours. If I eat anything, I'll just absorb everything and I won't feel nothing.
Hell, as far as any of us were concerned, Dawson's killer was a bloody saint for ridding the world of scum like him.
Where am I going here? Yeah, it's only 5 milligrams. You can only have. You can only buy. Okay, so that was
We were all willing to leave
a
the
surprise that
myself
we got.
included.
It got even approved. Chocolate bar.
Little did we know that wouldn't be the only time we'd get to see his work.
Well, now that it's legal, I'll just buy a ton of them. I don't know how much they are. But people were, it was a surprise that it even got uh, approved in law in Minnesota.
Long before the thought that we were dealing with a serial killer even entered our mind, we were busy running around the city like headless chickens trying to find the girls who used to be kept in the nightclub basement.
I'm surprised they allowed it. Like they never. I would
The crime
assume they
lab
wouldn't
developed several
allow
dozen DNA samples
smoking
from the cells which had us occupied
pot,
trying to match the
but
people
they
for a long
they
time.
don't have are not allowing that yet. Yeah, that's why the Democrats wanna do it because it brings in money. But the Republicans don't want it there. I don't know why, but the Democrats want it because it makes money. Hemp makes products like shoes and all that stuff, clothes.
So much that we almost didn't notice the killer's second murder.
But now, for now, it's only gummies or edibles. Which is fine, I guess. I wonder if you eat edibles and you get drug tested from your work, will you get fired from there? Or
The same night I discovered his sin, I stabbed Richard Dawson in the back on his way home.
or will they say, it's legal here, doesn't matter? I wonder how that works.
I learned from my prior experience and made sure to kill him cleanly in one thrust to the back of the neck with a bootleg combat knife I used to carry.
Oh, there's a freaking thing on there. Oh my god.
I made sure to point the tip of the blade upwards in order to quickly sever the body.
Depends on the terms of employment. Well, if you're a city state employee, you can't do it. What about people from the hospital? People that work in hospitals? Oh man, he's naked. Do they direct? I think in the beginning of employment they do, but they have not uh, drug tested me or anyone unless you get hurt. Unless you hurt yourself, they drug test you. I think. I'm not sure. But you would think now that edibles are legal, you would think they would allow people to eat them, but not at work, obviously, because you're working and you don't want to be high while you're working. But people do, though. Where am I going here? Someone where I work, used to work, brought in brownies, special brownies. He's like, hey, Casey, you can have some of my brownies. I'm like, I don't think so. Well, there are people that get high and drive at the same time. There used to be a person I used to work with that drank during work hours. I'm like, what are you doing? You're gonna get in trouble, dude. I'm not gonna rat him out, but he can get in trouble by himself. He'd hide a whiskey bottle or something like that in a glove compartment, or I don't know. You can function fine with alcohol. I don't think you can. Only when you can lose control, like last night. That's why I tell you, if you are gonna drink, don't go on social media. Oh boy, I think I went the wrong way. But yeah, if you're gonna go drink, don't be on social media. I went the wrong way. Yeah, you gotta learn to control it and not. You don't. You can drink, just don't go on social media and screw 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 up yourself. Like, I don't know. I'll explain it. I went the wrong way. I don't know where I'm going. Where the hell is this thing at? I was. I don't know where I am. Oh, there's a door right here. Derp. I don't know. I don't. I'll see it when I die. I don't know.
He felt like a sack of potatoes before me, and I was suddenly saddled with the responsibility of figuring out a way to hide his body.
That guy's naked and he's got a knife in his head. I don't go to church. I don't go. I don't. I don't know. I'm not religious. I believe in a flying spaghetti monster. Isn't that on that's some show I think. I forgot.
I'll admit,
I was thinking
I'm
of
bad.
It's Always Sunny, but that's when Charlie eats spaghetti because he wants to go to a spa day, and he's thinking spaghetti, a spaghetti day. Charlie, we're going to a spa. Spa? You mean a spaghetti day? Yeah, Charlie, a spaghetti day.
I dragged him to a nearby public toilet and took some time to think in a nearby alleyway.
Does no one watch It's Always Sunny? Or is that only me? I think Horror does. Wild card, bitches! Yeehaw! What season were you on, though? You have to watch the first season first, then the second season. The second season is the best.
I seriously considered just leaving him there and hope that no one connects me to it, but ultimately decided
I didn't like it at
otherwise.
first. I didn't like it at first, but my friend's like, you gotta watch this show. It's the best. I'm like, all right. I started watching it, and it was just, man, this is stupid. They're just yelling at each other. He's like, yeah, man, that's the whole point of the show. They're just yelling at each other for all the time. But I think all the seasons are the best. All the seasons are the are good. There's 15 seasons. And they're still funny. It's on FX. The humor, no, it's still there. You just don't. But it's because of implications. That's funny. Because of the implications. I don't know what that means, man. Am I? Are you? Is she in trouble? No, man. It's it's the father that's about that. Nobody's in trouble. No, it's just an episode where they get a boat. But when they the second season when they where they what got me was oh there it is. What got me was the Invincible episode where they were trying out for the Eagles.
I wore gloves so my fingerprints wouldn't be found on him, and I even wore a beanie to not let my hair get on
That's
his
what
body.
got me into
But I
that
was
show.
getting afraid of the
Now
evidence, and my crime wasn't just lying around in a place anyone could find themselves in.
that's what got me into that show when they tried out for the Eagles. The show has been on for almost for 20 years or so.
In the end, I ended up dismantling the body by the joints and dumping it into a nearby sewer I remembered was there, thanks to my encyclopedic memory of the neighborhood.
And it's 15 seasons. Whoops. Yeah, 2005.
It wasn't easy severing his body like that, but I managed.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Go watch it on Hulu. It's on Plex also, but you
Those
don't have
hours I spent
Plex.
studying weaknesses in the human body really helped me find the places to cut in order to sever the limbs and head.
Watch the first season, cause it brings into all the characters besides one character, but you won't like you. I don't know how. It's one of those shows where you have to watch it and start from the beginning, and then watch the second season all through. Probably the Invincible episode where they
It
try
ended
out
up
for
a
the
pretty
Eagles.
sloppy job, but it made the body small enough for me to fit it all past the manhole and into the putrid flowing water before.
Well, it's not Donna McNabb. What do you mean? Yeah, it is. That's it. Sprints. Sprints.
After that, I pocketed my black blood-stained jacket to burn at home and washed all the blood from the public restroom I dismembered my victim in.
And they show all these other characters that are in the show, and the more seasons they go through, the more like the more oh, you have to watch it. It's I don't know, it's funny.
I could not sleep at all that night, not because I felt guilty, but because I feared I would be found out.
Or when Mac sees a stained mother or I don't know, something religious something.
However, I can't deny that the pleasure of such a spontaneous
I think that's on the second season.
I could have imagined.
The cats are brown. Remember that episode, horror? What in God's name is he talking about?
Just as the dust settled
Hello,
on the
lady.
case of Richard Dawson, with many children returned to their parents after
How's it
months
going?
and years of separation, another murder was discovered. This time, the victim had been killed in his own home.
Don't you remember where Mac finds a stained something on in the back office? You can't sleep? You're tired, but you can't sleep. Oh boy. Where am I going here? Yeah, and so Frank goes and tries to find a priest to look at it or whatever, and he finds his old man. Uh
The murderer made no attempt to hide
oh,
the
what
gun
happened?
this time.
Or is that too personal?
Tony Holt was found castrated on his own bed with his arms and legs tied to his bedpost with clothes taken from his own closet. He was an enormous man. So
Oh man, I didn't think this game was gonna
held
take
down
long.
by several people, possibly the parents of his sexual assault victims. However, that theory was dashed when we found no sign of a struggle in his home. Tony Holt was notable for his violent temperament. There's no way he'd let himself get tied up and his manhood cut off without a fight. Then the lab reports of his blood came. His veins were chock full of rohypnol, better known by most people as roofies.
Roofies. I didn't think this game was gonna take long. Oh jeez.
It was probably the first time he took them instead of being the one to hand them out.
I'm getting tired. Oh man.
The killer must have poisoned him with his own date rape drug in order to weaken him enough to easily kill him despite his size and strength.
What was that show called? It's in it's a Canadian show. Uh, letter Kenny letters or Kenny letter? I don't know how you call it.
The back window of his apartment showed traces of being tampered with.
Letter Kenny, yeah.
The killer must have gotten in through there.
My friend's like, yeah, you gotta watch this show. I'm like, okay. I didn't like it at first, but then I was like, oh, it's alright, I guess. I don't know.
As for how he
I'm
managed
gonna
to
watch
get
a few
Tony to
episodes.
access the roofies in the first place, autopsy found a substantial amount of vodka inside his stomach, which could have easily masked the taste of the roofies.
Oh man.
A bottle of vodka was found in the trash can of the apartment, and we were able to confirm our suspicions.
You should watch this show called C. It's a pretty good show.
The killer had broken into the apartment, poisoned the vodka with the victim's own drugs, and waited for him to drink it before moving in for the kill. It was about as premeditated as a murder could get, though the killer didn't bother to even try to hide the body.
Have you watched Resident Evil yet? Horror?
It was almost as if he wanted his work to be seen.
You barely watch TV shows. What? How many more do I gotta do? Oh, poo. I gotta do 5 more.
Once Dawson was taken care of, I turned my attention back to Tony Holt.
The Boys. That's a good show. I'm done with that show.
I held off making my move for a bit first.
Are they making a spin-off? That show is pretty good, horror. I'm on episode 7 right now. With college? What do you mean with
There'd been a lot
college?
of commotion in the city since I killed Dawson.
Where am I going here? Well, it was alright, I guess. I don't know. I still need to watch the Academy. Umbrella Academy. Season 3.
I knew that he'd be exposed after I killed him. It was only a matter of time before the police searched his basement for clues.
I haven't seen it yet, so. You should watch The Foundation. That's a good show. Or C. C is a good show.
What I didn't expect was the
C-E-E.
positive reception I'd
No.
received from his death.
SCE. E.
Most of the children who had been held captive by Dawson were able to return to their families after his death, destroyed any sense of coordination between his lackeys.
Never heard of it.
A lot of terrible people were put behind bars in the aftermath of it all.
Oh. I never heard of it.
Meanwhile, people online and even the local newspaper praised the mysterious vigilante who killed the child trafficker who'd been hiding under their noses for all that time. Even though they didn't know who I was, they called me a hero.
What other show there? The Foundation? That's a good show.
I had intended for Dawson to disappear without a trace so that people wouldn't even be sure that he was killed or not. But I have to admit, being praised by the general public as a hero was exhilarating.
What other show that am I
More than the
watching?
satisfaction of carrying out a meticulous plan. Now all my hard work was being recognized and appreciated by others as well.
Never watched it. Never watched it. I've been watching Legacies. Some stupid, I don't know. It's like Vampire Diaries and the originals.
For the first time in my life,
Same
I felt like a
universe.
somebody. No
You watch
longer
that
a
show?
nameless, faceless man in the crowd.
Vampire Diaries, yeah. I thought it was gonna be stupid.
I had become the hero of the neighborhood, taking out the villains the police could not. But as the story of my perfectly justified crime faded from the public mind,
Damon.
so too did the elation I felt.
What about Klaus? He was pretty good in the Vampire Diaries.
I wanted to feel that way again. So when I killed Tony Holt, I did so in a way that nobody would ever forget.
I never seen that movie. You ever seen V Wars? Damon is in that show. It got canceled though. After one season.
The connection between the death of Richard Dawson and Tony Holt wasn't lost on us.
I got like halfway to it, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to watch this anymore. I watched Invisible
Holt had
again.
been a frequent
That
patron
show's
of
pretty
Dawson's,
good.
in addition to being a known sexual assaulter with a penchant for minors after all.
I wonder how they're gonna do in the second season.
People started suggesting that their killers might be one on the same the day we found Holt dead on his bed.
Daybreakers? What was Daybreakers?
But if it really was the same killer, then he must have given up all attempts at trying to hide the body.
All the dolls can become zombies? That sounds kind of stupid. No wonder it got canceled. Where the hell am I going? I still didn't watch Raising Dion season 2. Where the hell is this stupid thing at? It's hard to see where I'm going. No, I have not. Where's this at? Oh, there it is. Man, that was hard to see. What is dark about?
Either way, we all had at least one vigilante on our hands.
I heard, what's that show called? Uh, Highlander. That's pretty good. I heard that was a pretty good show. If I'm saying it
Some of
right,
my
I don't
coworkers
know.
wondered if we should even try to apprehend him. That would be enough for some disciplinary action. But I didn't report them.
Oh yeah.
We may be cops tasked with apprehending whoever the killer is, but before that we were also human beings. Some of whom had families with kids the same age as the children Dawson and Holt abused. I really can't blame them for thinking that way. Deep down, I'm glad the killer did what he did too.
How do I go back there? That's stupid. Oh my god, I gotta go back. Drama? Ew, drama. I'm rewatching The Walking Dead too. I also started watching Walking Dead Beyond. I'm on like 4 episodes on to it. It's alright. I gotta start watching Fear the Walking Dead. I think I'm on season 4.
Is necessary to maintain a society that won't collapse on itself. But at the same time, I can't ignore the fact that people like Holt and Dawson do slip through the cracks of our system and ruin the lives of good law-abiding citizens.
Now that there's not gonna be a Rick
It's not right,
movie,
but it's the truth.
3 movies. It's gonna be about him and what's her face? The girl with the samurai sword. Forgot her name.
I couldn't blame someone for wanting to fix those injustices, even if it meant going against what the law dictated was right.
Fear the Walking Dead's pretty good. I like it. Michonne, yeah. Now they're making Michonne and Rick show. They're also making a few more. I don't know.
Still, I had a duty to fulfill.
They're making a Daryl show because they were gonna do Oh man, I gotta be right back. Yeah, they were gonna do a the Rick movies, but now it's gonna be Michonne and him. And it's gonna be Daryl and oh man, I forgot her name, Carol, but she dropped out, and now it's gonna be a Daryl show. I have no clue how it's gonna. Well, that's gonna be play out.
Anyone else in the world. But I could no longer have her slowing me down. Now that the public will be watching as I cleanse the city of its filth. I left her with my mother and moved out of the house using money I'd saved up over the years.
It's gonna last. Why wouldn't it last? They're also making
Seeing her crying face plead for me to stay was the only thing that made me contemplate stopping my work.
what's her face and forgot her name. Maggie and the other guy's name. Show. The guy said that he's gonna make the Walking Dead shows for 20 years or so. That's what he said. There's gonna be shows for. What do you mean milk it? There's. They're just trying to show what's going on in the other areas of the country.
I was going to make this city a better place for her.
Well, that'd be nice to see. Daryl goes to Europe. That's. I wonder how that's gonna work. Does he get
We managed to track the killer to a family
a ship?
apartment downtown. He was clever.
But yeah, he said
Obvious. But
there's
as he
gonna
tried to
be
strike again while the iron was hot. He got sloppy with his methods.
shows for 20 years or so. Where am I at? What the hell? I'd rather have the spin-offs. Isn't he still making comic books? Where the hell am I going here? Oh my god, I need to go to bed. Oh, did it? Oh, okay. Okay, where the hell is... Invincible? I just watched that show again. That's a pretty good show. How many comic books are there in Invincible?
homeless man who lived in an alley near Tony Holt's apartment spotted a strange young man nearby the day of the murder.
I used to buy comic books, but they're way too expensive.
It only took a bribe of the cheapest whiskey from the local liquor store to get him to talk.
A Judith Grimes? I would, I would watch a good Judith Grimes spin-off. That'd be kind of cool to watch. Maybe she's the key
The homeless
of
man
surviving.
his reputation as a violent man, and had settled down in an alley nearby because of it.
Maybe she's the person to get rid of the virus. I don't know. But I used to buy a lot of comic books, DC comic books. They're so expensive, though. I'm not, I haven't done it in years.
His shoddy reasoning was that nobody would dare come around to stir trouble knowing that a guy like that was around. When I asked him what kept Holt from pummeling him himself, he just laughed and said that he was too much of a nobody for Holt to even notice him. Which, yeah, fair. I was actively looking for possible witnesses in the area and only managed to find him out of pure luck when he startled me by sneezing right behind me. We asked him for details on the suspect, and he gave us a detailed description of him. He looked young, barely past high school age, so we assumed that he must either be a new graduate or a dropout.
Yeah, I haven't bought a comic book in probably 10 years plus. It's too much money. Plus, you can get them for free on the internet.
After that, it was only a matter of looking through the records of schools for people who matched the description and asking the homeless man to point him out.
Where am I supposed to go now? Have you seen Invincible on the show? That's pretty good. I just watched that again the other day. This freaking game is taking forever. It's taking so long. So I want to go to bed.
After a lot of trial and error, we found him. He was the son of a known drug dealer who'd been killed by a rival gang member. Said gang member then mysteriously went missing without a trace, though at the time it was assumed to be a hit from a rival gang.
Oh, do I gotta get a little more? Damn it. I thought that was it. They said that that show takes a long time to make, all the with all the crap that happens in there. Oh,
Knowing what we know now, that gangbanger might have very well been the first victim in what was slowly becoming a string of vigilante murders.
okay. I got one more to do, and I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost. The story is. Yeah.
Natalie called me not so long ago, telling me that the police had
How
confirmed
far are they in the comics, in the show? You know? Or does the show different than the comics?
It seems I've been careless with my latest murder. Still, there was no point in panicking. Natalie, dutiful sister as she was,
No.
didn't tell them anything about me, no matter how much they prodded.
So now the stupid thing goes faster. Oh my god. Oh, it's a different area. Oops. I thought that was the same apartment. So, does Invisible get stronger every time he gets beaten up a lot, or what? Is that how it goes? Or that spoilers?
She was panicking in tears by the time she called. I told her that everything was going to be fine.
I kind of wondered if he gets stronger every time he gets beaten up,
I lied.
like Doomsday. Like Doomsday dies and comes back to life stronger and stronger and stronger every time he gets beaten up.
At first, I'd plan on moving to a cheap apartment in the city, but that won't be an option anymore. No doubt the police will look through any paperwork I signed and trace me to that apartment.
You don't believe so? Oh, okay. Come on.
I immediately packed up all my things and left for the forest just off the edge of my neighborhood. I knew from my past research that an abandoned house lay there, built and forgotten by a rich man who had died a long time ago without leaving.
Where am I going? You don't believe so.
Breaking in should be easy, and it would serve as a new base away from prying eyes.
Have you watched Ragnarok? TV show on Netflix. God damn it.
I don't expect this to last forever. Sooner or later, the police will get their act together and find out where I am, either because of a mistake I'll make, or through searching everywhere in the city, including this forest.
Okay, where am I going?
But before that happens, I will leave my mark in this city, in blood.
Blood, blood, blood. Yeah, it looked kind of done to me.
No matter what the police say, I'm already a hero for the common people oppressed by the gangs and thugs that abuse them.
Oh my god, I can't stand this song anymore. It's kind of like Ari. Same freaking song overplays.
My last stand against them. It will only make me become a martyr for everyone whose lives I've improved with my murders.
Oh my god, I won't hate it.
I may have been born into this world as a nobody, but I will leave it as
I can
a
finally go to
for
bed.
those who abuse their power, and a tragic hero for those who are victims to them.
Wow. Thanks for playing. We hope you liked the experience. Yeah, well, it took too long. I played it for an hour and 55 minutes. Alright, everyone. I think I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Adios, amigos and amigas. Bye. Have a good night.